Hi everyone, this is Claudine Helmuth and I'm excited to show you how to put together my church printable kit. So this is the church. It comes like this with a yellow roof and yellow door, and this is just like my Christmas church kit. It's colored for year-round use. I think it would be really cute for Easter as well as weddings. It's like a little wedding chapel, and it goes really well. It's sized perfectly to go with my Happy Houses printable kit. So if you see that kit as well in my Etsy store, you can see that they all go together really nicely. So let me show you how the kit comes to you. So when you print out the kit, it's going to come in 4 pages for the church. So you've got 4 main pages here, and so you can see that, and it's pretty straightforward to put together, but I've just got a few little tips for you in this video. And what you're going to want to do to get started is cut around all the outside lines of all of the elements. So now that everything is cut out, I have all of these little pieces. This is what it looks like, and that took me about under 10 minutes to cut out. I was cutting fairly carefully, so just to kind of give you a timeline. Now we need to score all of these little tiny dotted lines that are on here, and the way that I like to score is I like to use a legal pad or some sort of pad as a cushion for my surface, and then I just take a ruler and I line it up with the dotted lines, and then I take a pen that has no ink in it. I've actually gone ahead and removed the ink from this pen, but you could use a dried out pen, and let me get it relined up again. There we go. You want to make sure you get it right on the dotted line so that the pen is going on the dotted line, and then you just draw with your pen and you get a really nice indentation, you can see there, and then that is going to make the paper fold nicely without cracking or splitting open. So I'm going to do that to all of the dotted lines. So now that I've scored all the lines, what I'm going to do is just fold down all of my score lines to make sure I've got a good fold. And then this way, by pre-folding them, you make sure that you don't miss any of the score lines and that you haven't forgotten to score. The paper that I'm working on here is the Staples Photo Matte paper. It's a really great weight of paper, but you definitely need to score the fold lines or else you'll get lumps and bumps and it just won't fold nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and do all of that. So now it's time to add the adhesive. So we're going to start with the main body of the church, and you could use glue stick or double stick tape, or I really like to use a glue gun, not a glue gun, a tape gun here. This is really worth investing in if you're going to do a lot of paper construction because you can work really fast. Now, on all of my kits, I mark the lettered tabs as your glue or tape areas. So I'm just going to go ahead and run tape down all the lettered tabs. And then we're going to take tab H over here and just place this side of the church over onto tab H, and you can see where the brickwork lines up, and you just want to get it nice and tight on there onto the fold. And then we're going to fold it over and get this side of the church there we go. So that's coming together. And then what I like to do is fold in the bottom, because this is going to square it up nicely so that then we can put the roof on and it's going to be nice and square. So you can see that. Then we're going to take the roof, and I fold the roof up into a little V like this and place it on the center. This way I can get it centered this way and that way as well, and then make sure that these are folding in. This is the most tricky part, and then fold that down, and then now that's on there nice and secure. It gives us a little working room with this side like that. And then if I wanted to, I could open up the bottom and press the tabs from the inside. I would recommend doing that. But look, that's already coming together, looking really cute, even just like that. Now let's add the front part of the church. So I'm going to go ahead and tape all of these tabs as well. So you could just leave the church with no front piece, but I think that the front piece just adds that little bit more dimension. So now that I've taped up all of those tabs, I'm just going to assemble it like we would any little house, except this part is much smaller. So I'm just going to bring tab A over to right there and press to make sure that that's secure, and then fold in the bottom. And I like to apply, just for the church front piece, only a little bit of tape in here. We're not going to be opening and closing this piece, so it just makes it nice and secure and hold tight that way. And you want to apply tape to the back. So if you didn't do it at the beginning, which I forgot to do when I was applying tape to my tabs, you can go ahead and do it now. And now it's ready to stick to the church. So I want to make sure that these tabs are folded in so that they won't be difficult later. So all of those tabs, and we want to take the front of the church, and you want to make sure to line it up over the existing illustration. There we go. That looks pretty good. Now it needs a little roof on there. So to add the little roof, I'm just going to slide it in so that I get it nice and centered on there, and then just press it down. So that looks really cute already. And as a finishing touch, we need to add the little bell tower to the top. And this is pretty simple. Again, just add adhesive to all of the tabs. And you want to also add adhesive to the tabs down here, because these are going to stick to the roof. So we'll add a couple lines of adhesive down there. And then that folds together just like all of the other house or church elements do. And the houses too. If you can assemble this church, all of the houses in any of my house kits in my Etsy store assemble just about the same way. So then there's the main part of the tower. So at this point you want to fold these tabs in like that, so that they're folded in, and then we're going to put it on our little church here. So that looks like a good spot, and then I can reach in there and just secure. And these already have adhesive on. And now just to assemble the roof, that only needs one little piece of tape. And then just fold that closed so that it all lines up. And then just go ahead and place that on top. So as you can see, it's really simple to assemble this sweet little church, and I think it will look great on your mantle or your bookshelf at your wedding celebrations or for Easter.